for landing.
Yeah!
Glad to have you back, sir.
Admiral Statura wants to see you right away, Dameron.
Poe, there you are. Glad you made it back in one piece. There's no time for that now. There's no time to get comfy. Another mission has come in. It's high priority. We need you to get to Jakku ASAP. Collect some vital intelligence. We'll brief you en route. Never stops talking, that one.
It should have been me going to Jakku.
Master Poe, I hear that once again you are to bravely embark on another perilous mission. I do wish you the best of luck in your endeavor. After you have successfully completed your assignment, perhaps you could return to me. I would dearly like to revisit my pivotal role in the rescue of Admiral Akbar.
You sure that's safe?
I know what I'm doing. Whoa! Watch out! See, what I was doing there was messing up really badly.
Yeah, I got that.
On you go, BB-8. Thanks, BB-8.
Sorry about the accident, Poe. I promise it won't happen again this week. No, wait, make that today. I don't want to make promises I can't keep.
this will begin to make things right.
Well, because of you, now we have a chance.
Without the Jedi, there can be no balance in the Force.
The General's been after this for a long time.
But the General, to me, she is royalty.
You have to hide.
You have to leave.
Okay, if you don't have a weapon, then grab one, now! The First Order's on our doorstep! First Order's
LEGO
almost
Star
here.
Wars The Force
Prove
Awakens
yourself.
Walkthrough Part 2. This is
We
the
need
Assault
more eyes
on
on the
Jakku
western
level.
approach.
And I need you to ignore
Someone changed the
the
code?
black bars on the side
Told them
of
to
the
leave it.
screen. For some
1, 2,
reason,
3, 4.
I
It's
recorded this
completely
game in
secure.
1080p.
I can't get the door open, and the hidden switch to activate the weapons cache is in there.
File says it's
Panel's probably just glitched. BB-8 can override it from the control box up there.
Editing software, it's not actually in 1080p. It's in some half-size resolution that I have to expand it for, and it looks fine, but I can't get it to completely fill up the 1080p screen. It gets about that far. And if I went any further, I'd be cutting off the top or the bottom. So there's got to be black bars on the side. I don't really know what went wrong with this LEGO game while I was recording it, but it's going to be that way for the whole walkthrough, so it's not too bad. The black bars don't look too terrible. Maybe I had something set wrong somewhere, but you know, anyway, I went on way too long about that. So
Hey there!
this is officially
Listen, one of the
the
weapon
first level
caches is
in
hidden in
this
my
game.
hut,
There's
but the
actually
door-
10
enough
levels,
bricks to build
and
a
there's
couple
an
of different
epilogue and a
devices if you
prologue,
need
as well
to.
as some other levels that I'll probably end up recording. The other levels are kind of bonus levels.
Probably need to build something else first to get your friend up onto the crane platform.
Awakens, which is why I didn't.
You can reuse those bricks if you break apart that
if you
device
want
you
to
just
watch
built.
cutscenes for this game, just click in the playlist in the description down below. You'll be able to find that and all the other parts of this walkthrough later. So, as usual, we'll need to do a lot of the stuff that we did in the prologue episode, like using these kinds of LEGO sets that can build multiple LEGO sets at once. Now, this one builds a crane, but first we have to get to this BB-8. Okay, yeah, BB-8 unit. I forgot his name there for a second. We have to get him into the little cupboard there, or the platform, whatever you want to call it. And you do that by building the LEGO object on the right, launching the BB unit up, and then you can rebuild the controls for the crane, and that should allow you to move things over. And then once you're here, you'll have to do one of the slight mini games that you will be able to do a lot, which is just matching up the circles to kind of match the notches with the circle notch. And if you ever get confused on that, which you really shouldn't be, because
Also,
if you
could
just
you find the
go
hidden
in
switch
one
in there?
direction long enough, it'll
I'll be
eventually
honest,
be
I'm
correct.
totally
You can just
spaced
look
about
up
where
kind
it
of
is.
the edges of one of the notches and one of the parts sticking out, and whatever edge is glowing is what you're supposed to use. Then when you're in this room and you build this power circuit, you also need to stick your droid power into there, and you have to use the controls on that arrow to keep the arrow in that big middle solid bar. It's yellow. And once you keep it inside there long enough, then the power will start. And once again, that's something that you're going to be doing pretty much throughout the entire game. And then we're going to be stuck here sitting at this
And there's one
weird
last
loading
cache in that
screen
hut with the
forever. I kind of got worried. I thought
Go
maybe
see what the
game
delay
was
is,
frozen
will
there
ya?
for a second.
That isn't all the weapons.
Luckily, no, it did not.
There should be some more in that other
One
hut.
of the supply crates that we need for these guys. The other one is over here to the right side, and it's going to be kind of inside that building. So the BB units can't actually. And, oh, look at me on the left side. I'm bouncing on the chicken. What even are those things? Anyway, as you can probably guess, the BB unit can't actually build things. So if you're playing on your own, you'll just need to switch between the characters, and if you're playing with someone else, then you'll just need to switch with the person who isn't the droid to build it, and then you can
All right,
power up this
can
room.
you head in there and round up the
you should be
weapons?
able to
I
walk
gotta go
over
check
there.
on the fortification.
Now, if you notice, our split screen is a vertical split screen, and you can change that in the settings. There's another option where it's dynamic split screen, and that'll kind of go diagonally, vertically, horizontally, up, down, left, right, and it's okay, I think, if you're on a big TV, but on the screen we were playing on, it's really a horrible experience. It just looks terrible. It's hard to keep track, and vertical's a lot better. And in some cases, I kind of miss the original Lego games where there was no split screen. And I am glad for the split screen, but it was a little too
Okay, if you don't have a weapon, then grab one now! The First Order's on our doorstep!
A squad that way.
Back to your squad.
So this is interestingly a pretty short level compared to some of the others, and I guess I should explain a little bit more to the format of my walkthrough here. So at the beginning of each level, you're going to be in the overworld in whatever area you're in, and you're going to have to do a mini overworld puzzle to actually begin the level. And thankfully these puzzles are not nearly as long as they used to be in the previous LEGO games. In like LEGO Jurassic World, there was one puzzle in the overworld that took like 20 minutes for me and my brother, and we had, I think we just kind of screwed it up, but anyway, it took forever, and it means that like something's stopping you from continuing the dang story, and I really hate it when things do that in games. Like I want to go through the story, I want to do the actual levels, I'll hang out in the overworld later. I don't really want to have to unlock the next level immediately. I mean, I can understand unlocking secret levels, but not when it's part of the main story. I mean, come on. Anyway, so I'm not going to narrate over that main overworld part, usually because there's a pretty long cutscene, and I'd only be narrating for like 30 seconds, and then I'd have to sit through a 5-minute cutscene. They're not usually 5 minutes, but you get the idea. So I'm just going to narrate over the main part of the level, and often I will probably not even narrate until the totally end of the level, probably just partway through, or if I get to a point where I think that it needs no further explanation, then that's when I'll quit. And of course, I was just saying that to try to stall because I didn't really know what to talk about for this part of the video. But we did kind of do this cover system in the first prologue episode, or the prologue level. I've said level like a million times in this video. And now, as I have said in the prologue, we're going to also have to deal with some tougher enemies a couple of times. And right now we have to deal with this guy who is covered by a shield in a pretty powerful gun. So you just kind of need to come up here, and whoever happens to be on the left side, they need to shoot those explosive barrels, and he will go flying and dunk his head into the sand like an ostrich. Then you can use the other person to get her binoculars and aim at this ship, and this was really weird. For some reason, like, you're supposed to aim at the door there, but for some reason it wasn't really activating for us. And then my brother tries it again, because my brother's the one that plays on the right screen, and there we go, now it works. So I don't know what that was about, but that'll reveal that part of the ship. I guess they're power cells or something, and the person on the right needs to shoot at them to blow it up and prevent more clones from spawning. There's also a mini kit over there that you can grab, and that's good if you're planning on doing all the collectibles, because any mini kit that you get is one you don't have to find later. And then you have to do a dance to get your stud bonus, and you can work your way through here, and then you can start to beat up a few more of the clone troopers that are going to be hanging around. So as usual with LEGO games, people who have guns also have a grappling hook, and you're going to be using that pretty often in this game as well, and that was something that was pretty common in the first LEGO Star Wars games. So if you've played those games extensively, or even a little bit, you're probably already familiar with that. So then just build this platform to the left so the BB unit can spin on it and knock down the water tower, which will allow the flames to be doused and let you continue on through here. Then you'll want to use another person with a gun. I think the other, I don't know what happened to that woman. I guess that woman was only there for that one part of the level. It's kind of odd because I don't think she was in the movie, but they do that a lot. They you'll see. They keep pretty true to the movie, but they also add in their own stuff. It's pretty fun. So then you'll want to build that power conduit and get the BB unit to power it up, which will move the ship out of your way. And then you can continue here to a guy with a flamethrower, and I need to watch the movie again. I think somebody had a flamethrower in the movie, but I don't actually remember, and I feel like I would remember a flamethrower. I've seen the movie 3 times, which isn't really that much compared to some of the people I know, but I feel I'm pretty sure he had a flamethrower. I don't remember it, and if he did, I've got to go see it because that's probably awesome. So anyway, build this weird spider droid, and then he will kind of hop on over and mess up the plans of these clone troopers. Oh, by hop, I of course mean he will drill into the ground and then move under there like a mole and mess up their shield generator. So they're all going to be confused, be sucked down to the earth, and you'll be able to go on. So just destroy the generator, take out the 2 clones, and then you're going to need to deal with this water pump here so we can put out even more fire. So as you can see, if you step on that pump, then the tubes are going to be, well, broken. So what you need to do is fix the tubes with the Legos right there, and then you need to step on the pump either with the droid or with the other guy. And don't be like me, oh wait, no, be like me and destroy the tubes when you're finished, and then build this other platform so the BB unit can get on it. And then you will be able to move it in whatever direction you're supposed to go. Going on those kind of spinning platforms is really weird because you don't really know which way you're supposed to spin for like half a second. So I don't know. And then you're going to have to free Nemo from that aquarium that he's in, and you're going to have to hopefully get him back to Dory and her family. So build the Legos to the right side and get the BB unit to power up the whatever the heck this thing is. And that should spray the gigantic sprinkler and put out the fire, and that is going to be it for this level.
Look how old you've become.
Something far worse has happened to you.
You know what I've come for.
You get as far away from here as you can. Do you hear me? I'll come back for you. It'll be all right.
The map to Skywalker. We know you found it. And now you're going to give it to the First Order.
The First Order rose from the dark side. You did not.
I'll show you the dark side. Search him.
Nothing, sir.
Put him on board.
FN 2187. Submit your blaster for inspection.